From the dust and the heat, a new fire is born. Where sun-scorched earth meets the eye of the storm. They said ice in the desert, that's a crazy dream. But we're changing the game, building up steam.
Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to Ice Den here in Scottsdale, Arizona. We are coming to you from the Apex rink tonight, back in the old Apex rink, and we have the Centennial. We have two Coyote teams playing tonight. We have the Centennial Coyotes and the Campo Verde Coyotes, and D2 game coming up tonight, and both teams are just huddling around the nets now, getting the pucks out from the pregame warm-up, and we will be underway here shortly. I want to welcome Pat along with us here tonight as well. He's from the Centennial team, so good to have you along, Pat. So looking forward to a good game here tonight.
I appreciate it. Yeah, not often two teams, same logos, compete against each other, but two teams coming in on pretty hot streaks as well. In the last five, Campo's won all five. Last five for Centennial, they're 3-1-1, only losing a contest to Brophy where they spent the majority of the day in the penalty box.
That'll do it sometimes, yeah. So, yeah, good one coming up here tonight. We're going to have Matt Yonke in goal for the Campo Verde Coyotes. Who we got down at the other end?
It'll be Caden Thompson, the senior in net for Centennial. Both goalies coming in near the top of the list in D2 when it comes to both save percentage and goals against. Matt Yonke an .863 save percentage and 2.5 goals against per game. Caden Thompson comes in at 92.75 goals a game, but a 93.6 save percentage.
Very good. All right, getting play underway. Dahlberg out with Pickling on his left, and who's we got up there? Reinhardt on his right. Looks like we got Ewert, and Iniga is back on D for the Campo Verde, and puck is back in the Centennial zone in behind the goal. Pickling keeps it in along the half boards. Here comes Centennial now, up over their own blue line, coming down the right side, up, dump it into the zone to the right of Yonke. Puck goes into the corner. Dahlberg comes up with it, sends it to Ewert. Ewert tries to hit it up to Schickling. Schickling off the half boards, hits Reinhardt up through the middle. Puck goes into the Centennial zone, and both teams, or actually the Campo Verde team is changing. Centennial now regrouping, coming up their left side, up over their own blue line, up through center. Up over the Campo Verde line, backhander right out in front of the crease. Oh, pad save, left pad save, Yonke. Panganelli now has it, sends it up through off Guevara's stick, up through center. Puck along, play a little scrambly, puck flips high, Lopez out there. Cavanis back on D. Centennial dumps it into the zone, and got Cavanis in after it, sends it along the boards, just past Tanganelli, kept in by Centennial. They whip it around the other way over to the right of Yonke. Lopez is going to pick it up there. Moves around his man, sends it over to Cavanis. Cavanis goes up the middle. Tanganelli there, in on the right side, just in over the Centennial blue line. Puck along the boards. Centennial picks it up there, and now here they come up. Centennial now up through middle ice. Puck goes off a skate over to the side. Now it's into the right of Yonke. Cavanis back in there, sends it around to Guevara. He chips it out to Lopez. Lopez has Helvik up on the for the point, couldn't get it to him. Lopez dumps it off the boards, gets past Guevara. Now Helvik picks it up through center. Helvik coming in, got one man on him right in front. Pad save, and they jam away at it, but that is stopped. Good stop there by the goaltender, and he's coming up big early here in this one. Just over 13 minutes remaining here in period one, no score.
Both teams' chances on the rush there in the first 2 minutes. You saw for Centennial a couple of the D3 call-ups to this team filling in for some suspensions, getting that first chance on Yonke's net that was saved.
Good opportunity for those call-ups. Like to see that. Not for the suspensions though, but here comes Centennial now, coming down the left side over the Coyote line. Fires it across. That just failed to connect. Smith sends it up to Mankey. He couldn't get there. Smith now has it along the half board. Centennial now with it, top of the circle, fires it in. That was stopped by Shackhart. Centennial now back to the right D, back into the half boards. Puck into the middle, and that's picked up by Lindsay now, coming back the other way. He's got Mankey on his left. Lindsay up over the line, scooting into the middle. That's a cross, fires it right on. Rebound comes out. Jimenez steps in, throws it right in front of the goal, goes across to the crease. Lindsay with it. He's bodied into the boards there. Puck goes into the corner. Puck still behind the goal to the right of the Centennial goal. Puck comes back to Smith at the left point. He fires a shot in through traffic, and that is gloved by Centennial goaltender. Good action there. Both teams changing. 12 minutes remaining here in the first period. But we've got Dahlberg out with Schickling and Reinhardt up front for Campo Verde. Cavanis and Ewert back on D. Puck to the right of the Centennial goal. Schickling has it. Backhands it out front. That's sent down the ice by Centennial. Puck rolling. Is it going to make it? It does. Only because it was rolling. Campo Verde got a bit of a break on that one. As puck will come all the way back into the Centennial zone and will have a face-off, I believe, to the right of their goal.
Sometimes that puck just catches an edge when it needs to and gets a little bit of legs. That was close.
Cavanis picks it up around center. Ewert's going to have to pick it up in his own zone. He's got two. Centennial right on his tail. Centennial now has it to the right of Yankee. Cavanis picks it up in behind. He loses it though. Centennial right in the crease. Pad save Yankee. Good chance there by Centennial. Puck still in the zone. Cavanis clears it now up into center ice area where Centennial dumps it back into the left of Yankee. Cavanis now with it on his backhand. Sends it over to Ewert on the right side. He's got Reinhardt up on the boards. Ewert now up through the blue line, in over the line, cutting in through the middle. Then he loses it there, and Centennial's now going to bring it back the other way. Centennial now up through center, up over the Campo Verde line. Reinhardt on him, takes him into the boards. Good battle there. Dahlberg comes up with it. Good battle in behind the Yankee there. Campo Verde now. Ewert now up at the point, coming up through center. He gets checked there. Centennial now with it, regrouping in their own zone. Puck goes high, it bounces over Schickling's stick. Here comes Lopez now. Fired it from the right circle. And I thought I heard a whistle there. No, okay, maybe it's something else. Puck still going live in the zone. Comes back to the left D, and that gets out. Helmick back there. Sends it up into the middle off Schickling's stick. Schickling gets it back. Here he comes now up through center on the left side, up over the Centennial blue line. Goes deep into the corner. Sends it in around behind the goal. Helmick goes after it. Helmick sends it back to Lopez at the left D. Just sends a low shot in, and that's sent all the way back down, and that was off a stick, so no icing. Lopez picks it up behind his goal. He's out there with Smith on D. Sends it up on the right side. Bounces off referee. Now it goes into the Centennial zone. Fired a shot. That goes high and wide. Smith keeps it in at the left point. Sends it down into the low. Up on the half board. Centennial tries to clear. Kept in by Smith. Picked up by Helvik. He cuts through the middle. Puck loose in front. Puck goes into the left side of the goal. Tanganelli sends it back, fight to get it to Helvik. Puck was bouncing, and Centennial now has it coming down over center. Up over the Campo Verde blue line. Lopez rides his man off there. Cavanis actually tried to clear the zone and does. And now it's going back, and then Centennial netminder will tee it up there for his D-man as they regroup behind their own goal. They try and get out the left side, kept in by Smith. Cavanis keeps it in on the left side. Puck goes around to the left of the goaltender. Centennial now tries to clear it, and they do. Campo Verde's going to have to clear the zone. And here comes Centennial now. They dump it into the zone. Puck goes in around to the left of Yankee. Cavanis with it there. Sends it off the boards and around to Mankey. Mankey now picks it up over his own blue line, up to Lindsay. Lindsay in over the Centennial line, cutting towards the middle. Dumps it over to one-timer for Shakar. His shot goes wide. Niguez tried to keep that in, failed to do so, and Ewert now picks it up back in his own zone to the right of Yankee. Campo Verde regrouping, get it up on the right side. Centennial now picks it up, sends it back. Ewert now brings it right back in over the blue line. Guess there was an offside there. He had to leave it. And Centennial now, on the left side to the right of Yankee. Lindsay comes in after it. Lindsay, he gets bumped in behind the goal. Centennial has it in the corner to the left of Yankee. Centennial cutting through the circle right to the side of the goal. Ewert chips it to the corner. Centennial has it back to their right D. Puck sent in deep in behind the goal. Jack after his man there. Lopez tried to pick it up, and here he comes up through the middle now. Good speed coming up through the middle. Lopez up through center. Coming in on the left side. Tries to cut in. Backhander. That goes just high and wide. Puck in back behind the Centennial goal. They try and clear it, but kept in. Puck goes in now again behind the goal. Centennial picks it up, sweeps it around the other side. Lopez pinches in, keeps it in. He gets checked though. Centennial now with it. Try to hit a man up the middle. Gets in Ewert's skates. He loses it. Centennial backhands it right onto the goal. Yankee steers it to the left corner. Dahlberg sends it in around behind. Misses Lopez. Ewert picks it up. Ewert tried to clear the zone. Mankey can't clear it out. And Ewert has it. Sends it back to Lopez. Lopez sends it up through the middle. Dahlberg couldn't clear the zone. Centennial now coming in to Mankey's right. Puck goes cross ice. Lopez chips it out. Reinhardt's able to get it out, and Centennial now regrouping back at their own blue line. 6.5 minutes remaining here in period one, no score. Centennial now in behind their own goal. And here they come now, up over their own blue line, kicks it up to a stick. Ewert picks it up there, back in his own zone, sends it up to... Here comes Reinhardt on the right side from the circle, fires it in. That goes wide, comes out the left side. Centennial now with it up through center, up over Campo blue line. Can't get through Cavanis though. Schickling picks it up. Reinhardt takes a spill on the right side. Puck goes into the Centennial zone. Helvik couldn't quite get a shot away as he was poke checked at the last minute. Helvik still has it though. Cuts in through the center. Fires a low shot in. That goes into the corner. He has it again on his backhand now. And here comes Centennial now. That's pass, cross-ice pass intercepted by Guevara. Centennial now picks it up, coming in over the Campo line on the left side, fire it in, and a glove save by Matthew Yankee. Oh, a lot of action going on there. Not too many breaths.
Not a lot of whistles in these teams play. A lot of just back and forth. Trying to find the right note to get a pass through the legs, find a way to break through the back line. And, we saw a couple times there where they just got slowed up at the last minute by the backtracking defenders to keep the shot from getting away clean.
Yeah. Good action. Puck goes right across in front of the crease. Centennial back to their right D, chips it in into the circle. Helvik dumps it over to Tanguanelli. He clears the zone. Centennial dumps it right back in. Iniguez hops over his foot. Helvik picks it up. Tried to send it out off the boards. Picked up by Centennial, and that hit a skate. Iniguez, like you say, there always seems to be something getting in the way, right? Iniguez back the other way. Puck rolling to the left of the Centennial goal, and he goes all the way in.
Kind of the sign of two really well-disciplined teams, well-coached teams when they're able to just collapse on the puck, not allow a lane, up to this point, not take a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
And just play really good, solid defensive hockey when it gets into their own zone.
Yeah, it's been very well played so far. I've been impressed. We're getting a cross-checking call here. Looks like it's on Centennial. I didn't catch the number.
It's going to be number 49, Karsten Millette, one of the defenders for Centennial. It goes for cross-checking there.
So Campo Verde will be on the power play with just under 5 minutes remaining here in period one. No score. So we got Shackhart taking the draw. He's out there with Lindsay and Reinhardt. Reinhardt's it now coming in off the boards. He goes down in the middle. Puck goes across the crease to Lindsay. He's still got it. Tries to get it back to the point, and he goes down, and Centennial's able to clear it down all the way down the ice. Ewert goes after it, and that's to the left of Yankee. Ewert now behind his own goal. Campo Verde Regrouping, send it up over to Reinhardt. Bounce off his stick. Lindsay tips it back. Reinhardt going after it into the corner to the left of the goal. He takes a hit into the boards. Gonna have a penalty coming up for Centennial. Another shot fired wide. Lopez gonna try and keep it in, and he does. Yankee is out for the extra attacker, so the Campo Verde now has 2 extra men. One from the first penalty, one from the delay penalty. Ewert now has it. Back to Lopez, return to Ewert. Ewert now coming up through the middle, up over the Centennial line. Oh, he sends it back. Nobody there.
Surprised that Campo's trying to control the puck here and just use the one-man advantage instead of shooting this straight to the Centennial defense to get the 2-man lead.
Dakar takes it into the corner. He loses it there, and now the whistle goes. So with 45 seconds remaining in the initial penalty, the second penalty will take effect.
That'll be Decker Burgess, another defender, and that's going to hurt Centennial as they try and kill off these successive penalties. They did get Daniel Juicy back from his suspension for the game tonight, but now they've got 2 defenders in the box here for the next 45 plus seconds.
Ewert goes cross ice to Lopez. Cross ice, fired in by Helvik, and saved there by Centennial. So the face-off to the left of the Centennial goal. Helvik in for the draw. Ewert and Lopez back on D. Puck comes into the circle. Lopez picks it up into the circle to the left of the goal. Backhander into the crease area. That's stopped and kept in by Ewert there. Over to Helvik. Helvik moves in from the point. Sends it into Schickling. He tries to get a shot. That's blocked by Centennial. They try to get it out. Hit a body. Lopez now with it. Moves into the top of the circle. Fires a low shot. Helvik has it into the corner. Tried to hit Lopez with it. That was off a Centennial stick and goes all the way back down into the Campo zone. So the first penalty has expired, and we got 1:13 remaining in the second one. Campo Verde now with the one-man advantage. Ewert in over the line into the corner to the left of the goal. Centennial got a hold of that, and they fired it down, and Smith is going to pick that one up off Yankee. Bats it around to Helvik. Helvik picks it up back in his own zone. Coming up the left side. He's checked there by Centennial, and that comes all the way back again with 45 seconds remaining in the power play. Smith picks it up, gives it to Ewert. Ewert now in behind his own goal. Campo's kind of overloaded on the right side. Now they spread out a little. Schickling now with it. To Mankey in the middle. Return to Schickling and over the line. Schickling goes in, turns around. Puck goes in, bounces in behind the goal. Mankey has it. Gets it back to Helvik. Helvik from the top of the circle. Back into Mankey. Mankey back to Helvik. Fires a shot through traffic. Loose in front. Puck bouncing in the center area. Is that going to get out? Yes, it does. Centennial now with it. One-on-one now against Cavanis. Good check from behind by Mankey, but good back check there. Mankey over to Schickling in the middle. Schickling coming up. Both teams at full strength. Good kill there by Centennial. Schickling sends it right in front. Helvik sends it back into the corner, and here comes Centennial now. Down over their own blue line, up through center. Forced over to the left side by Helvik, and that's on an offside. Just an extra step there caused the offside, and with just over a minute remaining in period one, no score.
Big play by Tucker Howie, number 84 there for Centennial, just to hold off those body checks with the puck as the seconds were dying off the penalty kill there. And if he flips that down, he may give Campo a chance for one last rush, but by just holding the puck, he helps kill off the rest of that time.
Yep, and then they were able to clear it down as well, so. Jackert now with it. Tried to clear it in front. He's in there behind the goal. Graverian with it. Puck still in behind. Puck into the corner to the right of the goal. Centennial flips a high one up into center ice area, and Egas picks it up in his own zone. Puck's rolling on him. Sends it up to Guevara. He tipped it into the zone. Centennial picks it up there. Tries to come out the right side. Kept in by Ewert. And Egas now picks it up, sends it back to return it to Ewert. Ewert now Spins around, comes down the left side, in over the blue line. That's picked up by Centennial. Puck goes into the corner to the right of the goal. Centennial with it. Send it around to the other side. Puck battle in behind the goal. Puck comes right out in front. Now, Centennial trying to get out. A lot of traffic there. Puck bounces high into center ice area. Ewert tips it back into the Centennial side. Now comes into the Campo Verde side. Cavanis backhands it out through center. And that is the end of period one. No score. Well played, I thought. A couple of power play chances. One with a 2-man advantage for Campo Verde, but could not convert on that. And we'll be back with period number 2 in just a moment. All right, Ben was just letting us know there's no shot clock up here at the rink, but he's got 8 shots to 4, I believe, in favor of Campo Verde, but not a lot of shots, but it's been really well played, period, I thought.
Well, we talked about that earlier about how well defensively both teams were playing, and they were getting in front of everything, so not a lot was getting through on either goaltender, but both there when their teams called upon them.
Yep. Campo Verde now regrouping in their own zone. Schachert now with it. Lindsay back, return to Schachert. Puck bouncing just inside the line. Lindsay picks it up, sends it in behind the goal, right out in front. Oh, good chance there by Reinhardt. As he stumbles, he picks it up in the corner, sends it around to Schachert. Didn't quite get there. Lindsay comes in to help. Puck battle up behind the goal, right on the front. Reinhardt's on the back end, fired. Oh, just missed the up corner with that one. Back to Lopez, back at the left D. Sends it in to Lindsay on the half boards. Got the referee standing in front of me here. Puck fired wide by Reinhardt. Now Centennial picks it up.
Another block shot there for Simone from the corner.
Yeah. Getting some opportunities, but the shots aren't getting through. Lindsay now with it. Back in his own zone. He circles back. Campo Verde making some player changes. Centennial now picks it up at their own blue line. Lopez with it, back in his own zone to the left of Yankee. And pass comes up to Guevara up through the middle. He comes now down the left side over the blue line. Yankee trailing. Puck goes just wide. Yankee sends it around over the other side. Guevara goes in after it. Yankee sends it back to the point. Shot goes off a stick, and that's able to be caught by Centennial goaltender, and he flips it up nicely on his blocker there for the referee. Again, not too many of those shots getting through. Stopped there by good job by Thompson to pick that one up coming from the point as it was deflected high. Kolvik in for the draw. Yankee sends it back to Ewert. Ewert sends it back around. Rivera goes after it there. He's in the corner. He gets bounced. Still has the puck though. Puck comes around. Mankey now has it in behind. He's on his backhand. Sends it back to Guevara. Guevara come out the right side. He reverses back. Right in front to Mankey. Off his stick to Helvik. Fires it. Goes over to the far side. Kept in by Cavanis. Puck rolling to the left of the goal. Battle along the board. Centennial now with it in the corner. Green with it. Comes out behind the goal. Up to the half boards and out. And puck is rolling through center as Helvik picks it up. He goes across ice to Cavanis. Cavanis sends it back to Helvik and behind his own goal. 12 and a half minutes remaining here, period 2. Here comes Mankey now up through the middle, up over the line. Gives it over to Ewert. Ewert tried to hit Gavir in front. He does. Pad save. Rebound. Puck bounces high just to the right of the goal. Good pad save there. Centennial tries to clear it. Kept in by Cavanis. Moves to the middle. Fires a low shot wide. Comes back to Ewert on the right D. He tried to dump it around the man and does. Centennial now with it. Ortiz fires it. And that goes off the referee's skate, and so not all the way down. Ewert now regrouping inside his own line. Now coming up through center. He dumps it in and then goes off for a change. Dahlberg in behind there. Big collision there. Dahlberg tried to clear it. He's out there with Schickling. Schickling now has it. On the boards, and he's checked there by Centennial. Back to Lopez now. Lopez over to Tanganelli coming in on the right side. Dumps it in around behind the goal. Dahlberg goes after it. Tanganelli moves in front. Dahlberg tried to get it to him. Oh, hopped over Tanganelli's stick, and here comes Centennial now back the other way. Up over the blue line, coming in on the left side of the Yankee. Puck now in behind the goal. Campo Verde now coming out the left side. Send it up through the middle. Here comes Schickling now in over the line. Tries to dance through. Again, that was nice skate block there. And puck sent back rolling into the Campo Verde zone. And Lopez goes back, and that will be icing. But again, sticks and skates getting in the way, not letting them through.
Yeah, and a good double save there by Thompson. The first pad save sent the rebound right back out on the doorstep to a Campo stick. He had to be alert to that second chance coming right back in his face. He was up for it that time.
Absolutely. You're going to have to earn your goals tonight. Lindsay back to the right D. Fired in by Ewer. Puck bouncing. Reinhardt scores! Shot from the point. It was kind of bounced and went off a few things, and I believe Reinhardt might have been the last to touch it. As the Coyote, or well, I better say Campo Verde, gets on the board.
Yeah, bouncing puck, deflected off skates, deflected off sticks out front, and just
kind of bounced and rolled in, kind of. Yeah.
I was able to find somebody right there at the back post to just get the last touch on, send it in the back of the net behind Thompson.
Play scrambly at center. Reinhardt comes up with it, then he loses it. Centennial coming back the other way. Lindsay gathers it in. Puck high off the glass. Ewert kicks it to center. Dahlberg picks it up, or Shack rather. Over to Lindsay on the left side. Lindsay trying to get a shot. Reinhardt comes in on the left side. He's now got it in the corner. Tries to cut through the middle. He does. Oh, and Brody Smith was coming in from the right D. Reinhardt saw him, got it over to him, but Thompson was there for the glove save.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame. Two of the top, D2 goalies here squaring off in this game. It's going to take something either fluky or something special to get past them.
Yeah.
And Centennial really going to have to do some work here because they are missing one of their top goal scorers in Gavin Sutter through a suspension tonight.
Cavanis now pinches in. He's checked by 91. Here comes Centennial. Send it over cross ice. Up through the center ice area. Campo Verde sends it in, but that's going to be icing as Thompson stops it behind the goal. So just under 10 minutes remaining here in period number 2. Campo Verde on the board here in this period. Face off coming up in their zone though to the left of Yankee. Comes Helvik down the left side up over the blue line, and that is called.
Like Mankey just drifted off sides here on the right wing as he got held up, as the other Campo player got held up on the left wing right at the blue line. Just
Yep, just had to make that extra move, and that's all it took for them to be offside. Cavanis now retrieving it in his own zone, goes across ice. Lopez tried to hit Guevara up through the middle.
It's hit that
Anke.
same linesman every time, too.
Yeah, I hope he's got good shin pads on.
I hope so.
Anke sends it across off a leg. Helvig now picks it up, still inside the zone. Hits Lopez scooting in. Lopez lost it on the half boards, and Centennial now coming back through center. Helvig now picks it up. Cutting through the middle and over the Centennial line. Centennial dumps it out, and that goes off Lopez's stick into the Campo Verde bench. So we'll have a face-off just outside the Campo Verde bench. Looks like Dahlberg's going to be out there with Tanganelli on his right, Schickling on the left. Iniguez and Ewert back on D. Goes to Iniguez. Dumps it into Tanganelli over the line. Sends it in for Dahlberg. Goes gets ahead of him. Centennial now in the corner with it. Puck comes around to the right D, and that gets out. Goes all the way down. Ewert cuts across and picks that up. He goes in behind Yonke. Reverses, and reverses again. There he worked now, trying to come out the left side. Good forechecking there by Centennial. And he is now with it. Off Tanganelli into the Centennial zone. Picked up by Dahlberg. Low shot in. Nice save by Thompson. Centennial now coming up their left side. And where did that go on the bench? Went off somebody, yeah.
It went off the glove of Green there, the left winger for the Centennial Coyotes, as he tried to pinch the boards into the Campo bench.
We'll have a face-off to the left of Thompson in the Centennial goal. Centennial wanted to make a change, but they're forced back. Jackard in for the draw out with Reinhardt and Lindsay. Green moves in for the draw for Centennial. Puck comes over to Lindsay. Lost it in his feet. Centennial picks it up, sends it around and behind. OT sends it up off the boards, but not out. Kept in by Smith. Lindsay has it. Hits Reinhardt in the middle. Oh, he just missed the puck. Puck comes out the left side, and here comes Centennial now. Put it into the right of the goal behind Yonke. Over to Reinhardt on the right side. Sends it up to Shackhart. Here comes Shackhart now up through center. Dodges a check there. Still got it in the corner. Shackhart still with it on his backhand. Cuts into the circle. Gets it through a man there. Sends it over the far side. Cavanis chips it. Oh, that goes just wide. Good tip out by Green as Smith now gets it just outside the Centennial line. Lindsay takes a hit there. Smith sends it over on the left side to Shackhart. Shackhart now coming in on the left side, cutting through the middle, fires it in right on. Puck bounces. Lindsay got a piece of it. Centennial player lost his stick, so he had to kick it to the corner. And we have a referee's arm up. And I believe we might be getting a Centennial penalty. I didn't see the call.
Looked like a tripping call right out front.
Yeah, just ran the replay. It looks like it's going to be a trip.
That might explain why maybe he let go of the stick, and that's why he didn't have a stick.
Yeah, I think Ortiz was trying to play without a stick there and kick the puck out of the way, and it was Isaac Rowland with the penalty there, the forward. So he was just trying to help out defensively. He had his stick in the wrong spot and got it right into the brackets of the skate.
Helvig moves in, fires that off a couple of players, goes into the corner. Again, not a lot of shots getting through. Ewert sends it in. Campo Verde clears the zone. Centennial now with the number 91 behind his own goal. Fires that high off the boards down the ice. And Ewert has to retrieve it behind his own goal.
It's shots like that that make me think they're aiming for my cameras.
I think he was aiming for that same referee again that's taken it in the shins a few times, because that was right at his head.
Puck goes into the corner. Helvig now is going to pick it up. He circles back. Still got it. Sends it up to Reinhardt, coming down the left side, up for the Centennial line. Nope, and they are going to call that. Reinhardt was skating in over the Centennial blue line, coming down the left side. Well, the Centennial players had a stick down there, and they are going to call that. So that's going to give Campo a 2-man advantage for 1:05. Now, they had a 2-man advantage in the first period and couldn't convert. I think that was only for 45 seconds, although that's quite a bit of time. Centennial killed that one off nicely. Centennial wins the draw.
Yeah, one of those calls where when you get it caught on the wrong side of the guy and you just put your stick out trying to get the puck. And I think Howie did play the puck, but again, when you get your stick drifting across the legs, you give the ref a call to make, and
yeah, that's
can't be angry what happened.
Right in front, and Thompson, nice save there on Dahlberg off the faceoff. Faceoff again to the right of Thompson. At Dahlberg at the top of the circle. Centennial making a player change. Again, Campo Verde with the 5-on-3 for another just under a minute.
Campo's really piling on here in the second period. They already have 9 shots on goal. More than what they had in the whole first period. We're only halfway through.
Kept in by Ewert, goes across ice to Helvig. Helvig moves in, fires a shot right on, and that was one that did get through, but Thompson saw that all the way and was able to make a nice glove save. Yep, they're going to have to try and keep those shots a little lower, get some rebounds.
Yeah, use the 2-man advantage. Start moving the puck around, spreading Centennial out, make him go side to side, and try and open up a lane.
Ewert goes across ice to Schickling. That was not tape to tape. Mankey has it now in behind to Schickling. Got a triangle going here. Shot by Schickling off the side of the goal. Mankey sends it around to Ewert. Ewert now, top of the circle. Mankey in front. Ewert has to circle back. Sends it across ice to Schickling. If they could get a one-timer there, that would work well. Passes have just been a little bit off. Mankey and Schickling intercepted by Centennial. Fired that high off, and then just enough to get out. Referee got out of the way that time, or the linesman. Centennial gets it again, just inside the line, and
just enough on it to end that penalty to Roll, and he's able to get back into the play and clear the zone there.
So Campo now with the 1-man advantage. Centennial now with the puck up in the middle. Ewert now picks it up. 30 seconds remaining in the power play. Ewert now coming now in over the blue line. Comes into the right corner to the right of the goal to Thompson. He loses it there to Centennial. Centennial sends it up on the half boards. Helvig keeps it in there. Helvig cutting in through the middle. Traffic in front. Lindsay in there battling for it, and Centennial's able to clear it all the way down. And that'll pretty much kill it off as there's 6 seconds remaining. Schickling now picking out behind his own goal. Tried to send it over to Ewert. He has to come back into the zone to pick it up, and now both teams are at full strength. Centennial player coming off the penalty box, got into that play quick.
Smart play, get both feet on the ice. You establish yourself in the field of play. Oh, nice shot.
Reinhardt coming in using Cavanis as a decoy, and was actually looking over to Cavanis, but then fired the shot and was able to find the back of the goal with that one. And that's 2, I believe, for Reinhardt tonight. And
it was a smart play to get it out of that back corner real quick by Campo. They were able to catch Centennial in the change at the end of the power play. Howie stepped onto the ice, tried to play the puck down into the far corner, but then, like I said, Campo able to retrieve it quickly and spring a 2-on-1 breakaway the other way.
Here comes Shackhart now. He runs through traffic on the left side. Dumps it back to Lindsay. Returns it to Shackhart. Tried to go in front. Couldn't. Chases the puck over to the right side. Gets it over to Reinhardt. He goes down. Puck goes in behind the goal. Centennial now with it off the glass. Kept in by Lopez. Lindsay tried to hit Shackhart in front. Puck bouncing to the left of the goal. Shackhart with it. Back to Reinhardt. Reinhardt moves in across ice to Lindsay. Tried to get the backhand away. Puck rolling. Centennial now with it. Here they come out the left side. Up over their own blue line. Up through center. And over the Campo line. Fired in. And Yonke makes the glove save on that one. And we'll have a face-off coming up in the Campo zone with just over 3 minutes remaining here in period number 2.
So with that shot, that puts Centennial in this is unofficial. This is what I'm tracking, but Centennial 5, Campo at 18.
Well, to the end. Well, of course, Campo's had a couple of power plays as well. They're able to get some shots. The shots that did get through. More shots are getting through, I guess, in this period. Yep, nice keep in there by Centennial.
That'd be
Here they come
Centennial's
in.
first shot on goal here in the second period, and there's under 3 minutes to play. Not the way to get back in a game.
Centennial keeps it in, fires it into the right corner. Puck rolls out towards the middle. Now it's coming up through center. Panganelli couldn't quite reach it. Pass from Helvet. Centennial sends it all the way down off the boards, and that's going to go for icing as Lopez picks it up there behind the goal.
Good recovery from the D3 call up there, Robert Scheifelein, to get a stick in the way, right in front of the crease, take the puck out wide, and allow his team to try and clear it. Now, unfortunately, the bounce didn't get into the path of Ben Snow like they were looking for on that, but at least able to
Right
get the
idea.
danger out of the way.
Yep. Face off to the right of Thompson. Centennial wins it back. They fire it up through the middle. And here they come now, up over their own blue line, up through center, coming in on the left side. Over the line. Carrying it right in to the right of the goal. Puck fired across the crease. Centennial has it. Puck still bouncing in the center of their zone. Campo Verde's able to come up with it. Puck off to Reinhardt, fires it. Thompson the save. Puck bounces out. Schickling has it. Reinhardt gets it again. Right on. Chest save. Another one. Chest save. Dahlberg has it. Tries to go short side. In behind the goal. Reinhardt sends it off the boards back to the point, but that didn't quite reach there. Ewert was able to keep it in. Now Centennial clears it. Here they are inside the Campo zone now. Hits a man right through the middle. And he gets it into the corner.
Save.
Yep. Puck bouncing. Here comes Reinhardt again. Right in. Fires it. High shot over the goal. Off the glass. Schickling with it. Chips it back to Smith. Smith comes across. Tries to return it in. That's picked up by Centennial. Puck rolling up through center. Collision there at center ice. Centennial now has the puck. And Mankey picked it up. Coming in on the left side. Just sends it around behind the goal. Lindsay's going to try and get there. Mankey's going to get an elbow penalty here. Yep. That was just in behind the Centennial goal. So Centennial, I believe this is their first power play of the game.
Will be their first time with the man advantage here late in the second period.
So minute 2 remaining here in the second period. Face off to the left of the Campo goal. Jackard in for the draw. Scrambly off the draw. Centennial has it moving right into front. Puck bouncing. Still in front. Yonke's got it. And he's going to hold on. Good chances there by Centennial. As was earlier, though, a lot of traffic, a lot of puck bouncing around and trying to get those shots through. Campo's able to clear that one all the way down off the boards, right onto Thompson, and Helvik's in with a little bit of a snow shower to Thompson, but nobody else was coming in there. So Thompson had to hold on to it and get a face-off.
Yeah, you're running the risk of a misconduct penalty when you do that to the goalie when there's nobody around you and you got all the time in the world to veer either way.
Face-off to the left of Thompson. Green in for the draw. Helvik now with it, fires it. Oh, just eluded the glove of Thompson on that one. And Helvik was able to pot that one in. So Centennial still has a minute and a half on the power play that they can get that back. Only 35 seconds remaining in the period, but they will still have a minute approximately to start the third period on the power play. Alvik sends it to Shackard in over the Centennial line. Goes into the corner and behind the goal. Comes up the other side. Runs into Lopez, but and the linesman, and he loses it. Here comes Centennial, right in on Yonke. Steers him to the side. Oh, bad save there by Matt Yonke. Right pad. Elvik now has some room. 5 seconds remaining, though. I don't know if he's going to get the shot away. And he sends it across, intercepted, and that is the end of the period. So Centennial will have the power play to start the period, and we'll be back with the third in just a moment. Okay, so we're getting ready for puck drop here for period number 3, 15-minute period. Centennial on the power play for another 58 seconds or less if they get a goal here. Centennial now starting out behind their own goal. Coming up through the left side, up through center. And over the line. Puck goes into the corner to the right of Yonke. Ewert, puck rolling behind the goal. Ewert just pins it up against the boards. He's got a couple of Centennial players in there battling for it. Puck comes loose. Centennial has it, sends it back to the point, fired in. Oh, and deflected right in. Power play goal. Yep, nice play. Ewert was trying to hold the puck behind the goal, got it pried loose, and then Centennial back to the right D, cross to the man just off to the right of the crease and able to deflect that right in the goal.
Yeah, but it's a heads-up play there from Ben Snow, who was down here next to the goal. He saw the defense collapse again. He had no chance at a wraparound, so he sent it back out to the point, threw it in wide. Tucker Howie got the tip in and was able to draw one back there on the power play.
Yeah, beautiful tip in there. Ganganelli now with it, dumps it into the Centennial zone. Puck kept in by Cavanis. Lindsay covering, fires a shot in, and Thompson's able to grab a hold of that one.
I think a big part of Centennial's troubles tonight just go to that face-off dot. They just haven't been able to reliably pull that face-off to themselves and really take possession off the draw and impose themselves going forward. They've been on the back foot for most of these.
Goes into the corner. And here comes Centennial now, exiting their zone. Coming down the right side. Puck goes into the Campo zone. Ooh, that was a heavy hit in the corner there. Puck comes out in front. We're going to penalty to Campo. Puck goes the far side.
We'll see. This could be a long penalty here.
Yes.
Del Principe, the captain of this Centennial Coyotes team, slow to get up there in the corner, but good to see him back on his feet.
Yes.
The all four officials going to get together and discuss this to decide if it's 2, 5, or 10 here.
Or some combination. So Centennial already got one this period. Power play goal earlier.
It's going to be a 5-minute major for boarding there. Oh, let's see. Hang on.
Well, it's interesting.
Maybe not. I haven't
You
seen
never-
anybody walking towards us here at the Apex. You know, everybody's got to kind of walk to this corner, and refs blew that real quick when they saw 5 on the
Yeah.
clock. So,
Well, it was
like-
actually 5:02.
Yeah.
Which was even stranger.
yeah, 2 and a 10 is going to be the call here. 2
Yeah.
minutes for the boarding and a 10-minute misconduct.
So Centennial with the power play. Face off to the right of Yankee. Backhander right in front. Good stop there. Lopez tries to clear it but can't. Puck bounces back to him. Sends it off the boards and out, and that's rolling all the way down into the Centennial zone to the right of Thompson. Centennial now regrouping. They have the man advantage. Coming out their right side. Puck goes off Shackhart. Good forecheck. Centennial now coming over through the middle. Then up and through the middle. Up over the Campo line. A lot of traffic, but Centennial still has it. Moves in. That's blocked. Ewert has it in the corner. And Campo is able to clear it all the way down. Minute 10 remaining in the power play.
Centennial is 1 for 1 on their power play tonight, but they also gave up that shorthanded goal, so that power play earlier, kind of a wash there.
That's true. It would really help them if they could get one here. And they're just announcing it now, and as you have it there, Pat, yep, 10-minute misconduct. Here comes Centennial now, up through center, up over the Campo line, in on the right side, right cutting through the middle, fired it in. And good job by Snow, and cutting all through traffic there, able to get a nice shot away, but Yankee was able to pull that one in and hold it for no rebound. 35 seconds remaining on the power play for Centennial. Face-off will be to the left of Yankee. It's like rolling in for the draw for Centennial. Tickling for Campo. Centennial wins this one. That hit Smith, though. He has it in the corner. Flips it back to Dahlberg. Dahlberg now coming down the right side. Throws it off the boards and chases after it. Centennial picks it up in their own zone. Send it off the boards out to center ice area. Lopez has it. Goes across to Smith on the right side. Up through center. Fires that in right on Thompson. Thompson kicks that out to his defenseman, who now sends it up on the right side. Centennial now cutting through the middle. Here's their captain coming in, top of the circle, incoming low, right back to the top. Both teams at full strength. Low shot in. Yankee steers it to the corner. Smith picks it up. Puck was rolling. Puck goes high off a stick. Dahlberg now with it. Over to Schickling. He tried to send it back over to Dahlberg. That didn't connect, and puck bounces just inside. Schickling keeps it in. Sends it in behind. Tanganelli in after it. And Centennial now has it. Dump it high back to the point. Kept in by Smith. Melvik has it. Fires a short angle shot. Back to Lopez. Puck bounces over his stick, and he has to regroup back to his own blue line. Dumps it off the board. Centennial picks it up just inside their zone, and here they now come down the right side, up through center, up over the Campo line. It's on the break, sends it across ice. Puck is loose. Centennial now picks it up at center. Tanganelli loses it there, and Ewert now has it. Settles the puck down and fires it into the Centennial zone. Mankey coming over the boards in after it. Helvik keeps it in on the right point. Into Mankey. Here comes Centennial now. Up the right side. Through center. Right in on Yankee. He steers it out there for Niguez. And Niguez now up the right side to Schickling. He hits Helvik. Helvik coming on the right side. Gets through a couple of players. Backhander. That goes high over the goal. Mankey dumps it back in. Now it's cleared. And here comes Centennial now up through center. Where do they have to regroup at the blue line. Now they come down the left side. And we had a player just a foot in offside. We'll have a face-off just outside the blue line. Under 10 minutes remaining here, period number 3. Face-off just outside the Campo blue line. Mankey in for the draw. Centennial comes up with the puck into the Campo zone, going wide into the corner to the right of Yankee. Backhand, tried to get it through the crease. Good job by Smith into the corner. Rivera digging for it there, comes up the right side. And here comes Mankey now, coming down the right side, in over the blue line through traffic. Poke check there. Centennial dumps it down the zone, and Lopez now back in his own zone for Campo. And here he comes up through the middle. Puck goes off the skate. He was able to get it back though. Sends it up to Lindsay. Here comes Lindsay up over the blue line, cuts through the middle, still has it. Fires a low shot, save. Puck goes over to the left boards. Rivera has it in behind, tried to hit Lindsay in front, failed to connect. Now he sends it over. Lindsay now with it. Got Inigas back at the point. Lindsay still has it on the half board, sends it back in behind the goal to Rivera, tried to hit Mankey in front. And puck is rolling just inside the line. Now it clears. Here comes Centennial now, up over the Campo line, trying to get by. Oh, nice play by Lopez. Mankey picked it up, puck in the corner. Now he sends it, reverses it back the other way. Rivera tries to get there. Nice keep in there, pinched by Centennial. Puck in the corner. Rivera comes up with it, can't get it out though. Good keep in there by Centennial. Sends it across ice, puck bouncing and kept it in though. Nice job there. Lopez now in behind the goal. Comes out the right side. Lopez picking up some speed, coming down the right side and over the Centennial line. Puck rolls to Thompson and Lopez goes kind of heavily into the board. Oh, there we go. And I think we'll be seeing the box with Lopez there on that one. I know he went down. I couldn't tell from here. There was too much traffic in front, but
Yes, and he's out.
he's now gonna. He must have said something. He's gone for the game. It looks like. So the face-off, as a result, will come all the way back down into the Campo zone.
He's going to get 2 initially for the slash there.
Yeah, for
after
sure.
the whistle, and then looked like kept talking
jawing away
afterwards.
Yeah.
So, and then we're going to get a timeout coming up here for Centennial.
So with just under 8 minutes remaining here in period number 3 rather. Centennial is going to have the power play. So this would be a big power play here. If they can get one here, that'll make it a 1-goal game. Lopez has been having a strong game back on D as well, so he'll be missed.
Yeah, he's been out there clearing a lot of the traffic out in front of Yankee and cleaning up loose pucks a lot. That is going to be a big miss. And they still have Cavanis in the box as well until about a minute left to go in the game, too.
Right, so 2 D-men out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Shackard in for the draw. Face off to the right of Yankee. Looks like Tanganelli's going in the box to place of Lopez. Right in front. Save Yankee.
Rebound bounced right in the middle, but nobody could get a stick on it.
Puck goes back into the Centennial zone. They are on the power play. Looking to pull within 1. Here they come now, up on the left side, up through the middle. Over the line, fired in, glove save Yankee. And he's going to hold on, get a regroup. With a minute and a half remaining in the penalty. So we already have one of our other defensemen out with injuries, with two of them in the box. I think we're going to see a lot of Iniguez and Ewert here for a while.
Yeah, and it could get real interesting here if how he just couldn't get to that. Well, Yankee was stranded at the top of his crease.
Yeah.
But if Centennial can score another goal and bring this back within one,
Then
like you said,
anything can happen, yeah.
Short defensive core could be interesting. Oh, almost a turnover there by Simone.
Here comes Centennial in on the right side. Center, tried to center it. That was Schickling kicked that behind the goal. Centennial now with it. Send it back into the corner to the right of Yankee. Back to the point. Cross ice. Just kept in. Puck bouncing into the circle to the left of Yankee. Aniga is able to come up with it. He sends that high over the glass. And we'll have another face-off. 47 seconds remaining in the 2-minute penalty to Lopez. So Coyotes changed their forwards, but I don't know they have too many D-men to change.
No, but Juicy and Burgess probably their top line defensemen out there on the ice right now.
Scramble in front. Yankee lost sight of it momentarily, but able to pick it up in front of his pad and hold on. That was a good opportunity there.
Yeah, puck right there in that sea of legs we've been talking about all night.
Yeah.
Could bounce anywhere. Thankfully, it took a lot of power out of the shot, and it hit Yankee right in the left leg pad. And
nice. He was turning around. He didn't know where it was.
No.
But he found it. Elvik on the forecheck. Guevara now has it in deep in the Centennial zone. He's just going to try and keep it down there, I would imagine. Elvik able to pick it up at the blue line. Here comes Centennial now up through center, coming in on the right side, trying to cut through the middle. Good poke check there by Ewert. Centennial has it in the corner. 5 seconds remaining in the power play. Wasting some time here in the corner. Good job by Smith there. And puck is cleared down the zone. Both teams at full strength. Just under 6 minutes remaining here in period 3. Puck goes at Tanganelli out there. He's out of the box. Serving for Lopez. And now here comes Centennial back the other way. 2-on-2. Cutting through the middle. Tanganelli got a stick on that. Puck still loose. Centennial picks it up. Deep slot. Fires it. And Yankee was able to see that one and got a glove on it. Good opportunity there for Centennial, getting some pucks to the goal here. Yankee didn't have maybe as much work in period number 2, but he's getting some action here now in the third. So both teams at full strength. 5.5 minutes remaining here in period 3. Shackert wins that back cleanly. Lindsay now has it. Lindsay sends it up to Shackart. Oh, they put Lindsay back on D now, I see. Shackart cuts right through the middle. And I don't know if the net is knocked off or what happened there.
Net's knocked off, and it looks like Shackart may have broken a blade or seemed worried about it when he landed.
Maybe he hit his, he may have hit his blade on the post. Never good. He's not slipping around though too much, so he's got his blade at least.
Better a blade of the skate than the blade of your shoulder against
right?
the iron, though.
A good point. Yeah, the skate blades are a lot easier to replace, especially these days. Niguez fires it back in. Right in front, Thompson the save. Puck goes to the right side. Shackert in there, gets it back to Lindsay. Lindsay fires a low shot through traffic, goes back into the corner. And here comes Centennial now. Send it across ice. They're not going to make it for icing. Iniguez gets back. Puck along the boards to the right of Yankee. Reinhardt kicks it up and just out of the reach of Mankey. Mankey chasing it down. Nice stick play there by the Centennial D-man. Puck right out in front. Oh, this right jammed right in front. Big traffic. And Thompson's able to smother that one. His puck was bouncing, as it has been a lot today, with between legs and sticks. And he was able to get a hold of it and hold on. Both teams changing. Face off to the right of, or sorry, the left of Thompson. Comes back to Helvig, flips it back to Ewert. He can't keep it in. Centennial now. Up through the center ice area. Ewert now picks it up just on Centennial side of center. And then he just dumps it into the corner. Dahlberger chase after it. Pickling picks it up in the left corner. Puck bouncing, kept in there by Smith. He just sends it into the corner where Helvig picks it up. Puck comes back to Smith now as Campo needs to clear the zone. Helvig pulls that one down with his glove, comes in on the left side now. Through the circle, right in front. And he was able to get that one through, found a hole somehow. And gets the fourth Campo goal. Helvig, nice play there.
Yeah, great individual effort to, one, pull the puck down, and then also to have the awareness to delay his rush until his teammates got back across the blue line to allow him to come forward then with the attacking chance.
Comes Mankey now into center. Thompson steers it in behind. Centennial now tried to dump it off the boards. They now get it out here up through center, up over the Campo line. Cutting across to the middle. Sends it across to the left D. Sends it in behind the goal to the right of Yankee. Ewert in on his man there. Centennial put it right in slot area. Mankey's able to kick that one up. Now it's up over the blue line. Here comes Rivera. He dumps it into the zone. Linesman, I think. Puck loose in the center ice area. Rivera gets bumped at the blue line. Mankey now has it, coming in the circle. Trying to hit Tanganelli with it. That failed to connect. Tanganelli gets bumped in the corner. Centennial now. They're going to pick it up on their right side. They turn it back and now send it around, trying to come out the other side. Ewert comes in, able to keep that in. Puck goes into Mankey and behind. Centennial tried to clear it again. Picked up by Ewert. Fired a low shot in. That goes into the corner to the right of Thompson. Guevara now picks it up in the circle. Sends it back to the point. Picked up by Centennial. Here they come now. Up through center. 3-on-2. Centennial coming on the right side. Tried to cut for the goal. Puck in the corner and behind. Howie now has it. Back there with Green.
But Ewert lost his stick.
Guevara battling in the corner. Lindsay comes in, picks up the loose puck, chips it up, picked up by the left D-man for Centennial. Fires in. Oh, that was deflected right in front. Right in front. Oh, just goes wide. Good chance there. Centennial getting a couple of good chances here. Campo able to ice it. And actually that went right on goal, so there's no icing. Campo changing, full change there. Comes Centennial now, up through center ice. Tried to hit a man coming down the right side. Iniguez, puck bouncing. Centennial fires it just over the goal, and that's going to come right to the blue line now out. Centennial and one man in, now he clears the zone. Reinhardt now with it, coming down in the right side. He loses the puck, and Centennial comes back the other way. Centennial at center now, coming in on the right side over the blue line, and referee linesman calls offside. Just under a minute remaining here in the third period. Face off just outside the Campo blue line to the right of Yankee. Puck comes back just out of Ewert's reach. Off the boards past Smith and all the way out. Helvig picks it up at center, dumps it off to Shackard up over the blue line, coming in on the left side, cuts right through. Thompson the save, and he's going to hold on with 41 seconds remaining.
Campo trying to sneak a forward out there right off the face-off to get up to the Centennial blue line, hoping for that pass out, but Centennial able to drop someone back just enough to delay it.
Face off to the right of Thompson. Centennial almost got it out, but Helvig's able to keep it in. Cuts through the middle, fires a low shot, try to hit Shackart with it for the deflection. Centennial now coming out their left side, try to hit man up the middle, just out of his reach. Centennial now with it at center. Dump it into the Campo zone. 20 seconds remaining. Smith has it. Picked up by Centennial. They have a man right in front. Fires it. Puck goes just to the right of the goal. Right in front though still. And here comes Ewert now with it. Exiting the zone. He had some really close chances there by Centennial. And puck goes in behind. And that will be the period. And Campo comes away with a 4-1 win. Good effort, though, by Centennial. A really good game. I don't think there was any score after the period one. And a lot of chances blocked at both ends by D-men with sticks and legs and the such. Good.
Yeah, good steady defensive effort from both teams. Again, that first goal of the game on that bouncing, rolling puck to the back post, and that kind of opened things up a little bit. Yeah, it gets Centennial chasing after it a little bit, allows some more space for Campo. They score a couple more. Centennial got one back on the power play, but after they gave up the shorthanded one, it ended up just kind of as a wash again on that. They were 1 for 2 for the night on the power play, and then kind of the capping goal there at the very end for Helvig. But you know, Centennial can hang their hat. They had 2 5-on-3 power play or penalty kills that they had to kill off.
Yeah. Which really Campo didn't get many chances on those.
No, they were able to kill off both, and again, the first one was about 45 seconds, the second one about 1.5 minutes, and really able to hold firm through both, and like you said, not allow a ton of scoring chances or open looks. And
yeah, that was those were well played by Centennial, absolutely. So I think, I know Campo's next games next week are up, well, let's see. Yeah, D2 and JV are up in Flagstaff next weekend. Do you know where Centennial's headed next? Or?
Yeah, Centennial will be up the hill next weekend, I think, as well. I think they're up on Saturday.
Yes, I think, yes.
And you guys are up on
We're
Sunday.
there Sunday, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So both teams taking on the Avalanche next weekend.
Hopefully both teams can take a chunk out of the Avalanche next weekend.
Hopefully, and you know, as tight as really everything is in D2, it's still anybody's ballgame. We're just over halfway through the season. There's about a 6 or 7 point spread between second place and 8th place. So really, you can't even start looking at what playoff seeding is going to look like for anybody, because we've even seen, you know, Centennial beat Mountain Ridge just a few weeks back. So everybody's vulnerable. Everybody can still be beat, and anybody can beat anybody. So
absolutely,
it's all about who shows up on any given night here at the rink.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. Well put. All right, well, from AZ Sports Media, thank you for joining, and it's been a pleasure, Pat, working with you tonight. So, yeah, really enjoyed it. You had a lot of good input, so appreciate it.
Absolutely happy to jump on.
Yeah, all right. So, Ben, over to you, and we'll sign off for tonight.
All right, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.